Good morning, my name is Chartpunk and this is your daily dose of Bitcoin. New day, new candles, no financial advice. Let's go. Before we jump onto the Bitcoin charts, let's start with some interesting news. First of all, this is what I think will be very interesting. Deribit, as from next year, is starting to launch Solana, Ripple and MATIC contracts on its options platform. As you might be aware, Deribit is the single biggest and the only really options derivatives platform in the crypto space. And I think it is very important that these three new contracts will be launched. As soon as Deribit launches, for example, the Sol contracts, I will simply open the same kind of 50-year spreads that I have talked about in this video, which is pinned to my Twitter profile, where basically without the risk of liquidation or a margin call, I can run a 50-year position on the Ethereum market. As soon as the new contracts will be launched, I will purchase the same contracts for Solana and possibly Ripple as well. This is another news. This is not so good. The World Bank sees oil exploding to more than $150 per barrel as the result of the Israel-Hamas war. I think this would be a very negative news for the world markets, as inflation would most likely skyrocket in this case. And of course, there would be a close and imminent danger of recession if such oil prices would hit. So let's just hope the World Bank's analysts will not get this right. And this is for yesterday evening. These have been the immediate intraday liquidity clusters on the Bitcoin market. And both these clusters, they contain already more than $1 billion of liquidity ready for grab. Market makers usually tend to grab these liquidity zones. We will see in the close future, in the coming days, the price would visit these zones. These immediate liquidity zones are just below 34K and just below 35K. I think these zones would serve as a magnet before the price breaks out from the very narrow range it is trading in right now. Before we jump onto the consensio charts, this is another interesting thing from the derivatives market. This is a move from yesterday evening, and what we saw is that we had a long squeeze. There was this spike to the downside. There was the volume, which showed to us that a significant amount of Bitcoin contracts switched hands. We see a great number of long liquidations in this area. So this, in a way, shows to us that somewhere here at around $34,000, there is great liquidity on the Bitcoin market, which may result from the liquidation of longs. This is in a way in confluence with the heat map that I have just shown to you. But let's jump onto trend structure charts on the Bitcoin market. Weekly Bitcoin chart looks absolutely amazing. This is a long 3 trend structure in the consensio trading system. As you see here, on all of my time frames, we are now in a 3 out of 3 position size allocation, which means that our current allocation to the Bitcoin market is 9 out of 9. The consensio moving averages are aligned in an absolutely bullish structure here. Most importantly, the MA30 is rising and it has been ascending all along this year, which is a very important sign of the bear market most likely being over. Right now, on the weekly chart, the most important region is just between 29,800 and 28,400. As long as you see the price action above these levels, there is no imminent danger of the 2 short period moving averages crossing down, which may retain to us the long 3 allocation structure. 3-day Bitcoin chart, this is again a very bullish trend structure. MA30 is down here at around 28,100 and the MA7 is at the level of $31,800. These are the 2 levels which Bitcoin needs to trade above. If Bitcoin stays above these levels, there is no imminent danger of the moving averages crossing to the downside, which would result in the lowering of our position. Right now, this chart is also showing a 3 out of 3 position allocation size on the Bitcoin market. By the way, if you wish to have access to my indicators, this consensio trading system indicator, which includes the consensio moving averages and their forecast, and the custom bar coloring, which is based on momentum confluence studied by the indicator in the background. If you wish to have access to this indicator, the Chartpunk momentum oscillator, also to the Chartpunk dots and track swing indicator, then in the description of this video, you will find the relevant Stripe links for the subscription. Let's jump onto the 1-day chart. 1-day Bitcoin chart. Here what we see is that we have a rather important level right now at around 34,200. The 2 short period moving averages are now pretty close to each other. What we can say is that if Bitcoin would lose the 34 33,500 levels. Then on the daily chart, we would have an indication to decrease our allocation to the Bitcoin market and go back into a position size of 2 out of 3. So all in all, if Bitcoin would lose the $34,000 zone, then from the 9 out of 9, we would decrease our allocation to the Bitcoin market to 8 out of 9. Let's go down to the 4-hour chart because that is also very interesting. Here what you can see is basically a huge volatility squeeze. As you see, all the short period moving averages are basically squeezed together. This is a kind of a mean reversion. Last time the price has seen the MA30 mean has been here on the 15th of October before this exponential move has started. And right now the market has completed this mean reversion to the MA30 mean. And right now the price is basically riding this moving average. If I put on the Bollinger Bands, then you will see that the Bollinger Bands are very, very tight. They have been this tight here before the move happened, and they have been this tight here, but this has not really been a real squeeze because it was not a sideways price action. So this is what I call a real Bollinger squeeze, and the Bollinger squeeze usually results in an exponential price movement. In the meantime, the RSI has been able to cool down to the level of 50, and according to the textbooks, the level of 50 is where the RSI bounce is indicating a continuation in the prevailing trend. This is another chart that I'm using. This is the Chartpunk Dots and Track trading indicator, also available in my indicator bundle. As you see, this indicator has signaled to us the long position here at around 27.7K. Above a green track line, we had green candles with green dots, and the dots have stopped printing here. The confluence has stopped here at around the $34,000 region. So this has been a very nice trade. And right now the swing indicator is not in confluence. The track line is still green. The price action is still above the track line, but we see red candles with red dots. So right now there is no swing long confluence on this market. And on this chart, what I want to show to you are basically the most important levels that I'm watching right now on the Bitcoin market. So the downside, the immediate support is here at around $33,400. Then I have a point of control level from somewhere from here at around $30,800. I think if we get a downwards move, then it will be impulsive, and this could be the first immediate level, first immediate target of that move. And then still to the south, I think this zone at around 27,800 is an important zone. Also, we have a naked point of control level here, and we also have a liquidity pool here just around $26,600. So to the downside, I think these are the important levels, and I have also shown some levels to the upside on this chart. My first immediate target, if we get an upside move, is just between 40,000 and 41,500. Here we had a naked point of control level again at $40,600. Then we have another one at 43,600 and another one at 46,600. These are my target levels to the upside if we get a breakout from this squeeze, and these are my target levels to the downside if we get a downside breakout from this squeeze. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you like these short Bitcoin updates, these short Bitcoin videos. And I hope these videos are assisting you in forming your opinion around the Bitcoin market structure. Please do not forget to leave a like or a comment, and please come back for the next video. Enjoy your day and happy trading. Bye bye.